G'day rugby fans and welcome back here to Singapore. In this second part of our series from the Lion City, we're going to take a closer look at the fourth leg of the HSBC Asian 7 Series. The HSBC Asian 7 Series is organised by Elite Step. We caught up with Sean Moore to talk about the series. So logistically, how difficult and challenging is it to run a series like this across 4 geographies in Asia?
It is. It does get tough. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts, as you can imagine. Everybody looks at the teams, but there's the whole official. We have TV crews that are moved around. But it keeps us busy, and I think that's good. And every tournament, we get better. And I think as from an ARFU perspective, we're always looking about how we can get better as a regional union, but also hoping that unions themselves take best practices back to their countries. Yeah. And I think we've seen that over the years.
The series has been a great advert for sevens in Asia, hasn't it?
Oh, marvellous. And when you think only 3 years ago, we only had four core teams playing in 2 ranking events. Yeah. Now we've got 4 ranking events with 12 core teams. And the standard of all the teams is improving. And as we're heading towards Olympic qualification in 2015, these tournaments are absolutely vital. Yep. We're the only region in the world that has such a mature sevens tournament, and we really want this to continue.
Hello, here we are with Stephen, the captain of the Indonesian sevens team, who have just had a mighty loss to Sri Lanka, who are on form, 43-0. Tell us about that game, Stephen.
It was tough. The weather was pretty bad, as you can see. But yeah, with the ball, the guys dig deep, and we came out all right.
What's it going to take to get into the semi-finals tomorrow?
So we expected the kind of wet condition in Singapore, so we already prepared for the wet condition. Yeah.
Okay, what are your secrets for wet weather rugby?
The top secret.
For today, we've managed to win one of our games, which was our goal. So just to start better on day one. So that was our main goal today, and we've achieved that.
Good start by us. 12-0 at half time, and then they just ran away with it. We lost the guy with the yellow card for dangerous late tackle, and so I think the momentum slowed down in the second half.
Yeah, very, very disappointing, especially after the effort this morning, and the boys have been training very hard all week. To go down last play of the game like that, it hurts.
A 10-0 win against China there could have been a banana skin for Hong Kong.
Yeah, I mean, China are pretty tough. We played a similar team at the China Games recently and lost. Yeah. So they're a good team. We're lucky to come away with that. Yeah, anyone can win in these sort of conditions, can't they? A few upsets could easily happen. Yeah, for sure. It's a tough one.
We just try our best to stop them from get more tries, more scores. Hopefully, our team learn more from this good Japan team. So unlucky we still have lost to them quite much scores.
Tana, you also spent 4 years in New Zealand. What were you doing there?
I studied English first year, and I started physiotherapy.
And you came back, now you work for the Korean Rugby Union. What did you bring back from New Zealand?
Korea is not popular rugby in Korea, but the biggest country, New Zealand. So I'm just telling all the time about the rugby in New Zealand.
And can Korea win this tournament in Singapore?
이번에 우승할 것 같습니다. 우승.
Is it possible? You can do it?
네.
And what sort of team have you brought here? Where do these boys come from?
Mostly students. So we've got historically or traditionally it's normally quite a young team full of students. So which is the case this tournament. So quite a young team. They tend to come from all over the country. It's quite an even spread.
You'll find that most of our players are actually in Japan. Our whole backline's playing professionally in Japan, and all our forwards, basically our whole squad is playing either in Japan, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, the States. So we all come together, and when we do, it's always a great feeling in camp.
All the players from the club team in Korea, the Samsung Capco, which is an electronic company, and the army team, and some young boys from university.
Yeah, these guys are all younger guys, 16, 17 and 18-year-olds who probably the first tournament they have here. So
that's young.
Yeah,
they'll be rock stars back home.
Hopefully, yeah.
We've got a guy from Papua who's currently in Jogja. We got players coming in from Australia. We've got guys based in Jakarta as well.
Yeah.
And Bandung, and as well as Bali.
Yeah.
So it's a big mixture of people.
Okay, and how important are tournaments like this on the HSBC Asian 7 Series for the development of your players and exposure of rugby in Taiwan, do you think?
I think it's crucial because it's how we get better as a team and as rugby players. You need to be in the battle as much as you can to gain that experience. Yep. You can simulate the game as much as you like at trainings, but I think this is where you really learn when you're in the heat of the battle. Yep. It's more realistic. So yeah, I think the more they can play, the better.
You know, 2 or 3 years ago playing the series, there were only really 2 or 3 teams that competed, but now probably 6 or 7 deep. You got guys that can win any game, and now we're at four tournaments a year, which is brilliant.
So far, in 3 tournaments we've had, we've run in the plate division each tournament. We've had a couple of plate wins, which has been good, but like I just said, we really want to be up there in the top 3, top 4 spot and contending against Japan and Hong Kong for the cup.
The local population who never heard of rugby before is starting to see it in the Arabic newspapers, which it never was shown in before, and Arabic news channels. So it's a way of promoting, and so younger kids will see this and see it's a different sport to take rather than football, and just something new to look at.
A courageous effort. You just couldn't hold those Japanese back.
Yeah, really disappointing. The boys have had a fantastic tour, a fantastic tournament here. Just came down to little errors in the end, and maybe Japan raised it a couple of notches in the contact area. But yeah, I'm really proud of the boys and what they've achieved this series.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about the series, it's 4 legs. How do you rate the series? Have you achieved what you wanted to achieve? Maybe not after this.
Yeah, obviously we wanted to come away with a title again like last year. I think we've been building, and we've only just gone into Sports Institute in Hong Kong, and I've already seen the improvement in a lot of the boys. So hopefully with a bigger squad and the training we've got up there, then we'll start to improve even further.
Yeah, congratulations. Anyway, and do you want to give a big shout out to your fans back in Hong Kong?
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for all the support. Sorry we couldn't do it today.
Okay, we're here with Sakai, the captain of the victorious Japanese Sevens team here in Singapore. Congratulations. What a great win.
Thank you very much.
It wasn't easy. You went down 19 points to 5 by half time, but what did you say at half time to get the boys back to win that game?
でハーフタイムで19対5で瀬川さんのメッセージなんかあって日本で後半ですごいピックアップでメッセージハーフタイムのメッセージがあったんですか？
いやしっかりプライドを持って戦うっていうところだけで特に戦術的なコメントは一切ないです。
There wasn't anything special. It's just everyone. He said he's just wearing that jersey with pride and so he's going to try to do his best just to win the game.
Okay. Is this a good series? Is this hard to win the series?
アジアシリーズとか難しい。
いや毎年毎年レベルアップしている大会で非常にタフな大会になってきたと思います。
Every year it's getting more harder and harder, so it's becoming tougher every year. So yeah.
Well, congratulations. You played really well today and all through the series. Well done.
今シリーズでいいパフォーマンスでここもいいパフォーマンスできた。ありがとうございます。
どうもありがとうございます。Thank you very much. このシンガポールにこの会場にたくさん日本人の現地の方が応援に来てくれて本当に力になって本当に感謝しています。またこうやって応援されるべくチームにしっかり成長していきたいなというふうに思います。
With the amount of Japanese that was here today, he said that's what got us home in the end was the support from the fans. So just keep on supporting and we'll do our best.
Excellent. Thanks guys. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Who were you cheering for, or just rugby in general?
Rugby in general, always.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Singapore. You know, I got to back Singapore. Unfortunately, the boys didn't do particularly well today. But you know, that's it. Rugby's the winner. You know, we had entertaining rugby. All the countries coming out and doing it, and it was a fantastic weekend.
It's been an absolutely great series, sponsored by HSBC. We can only hope for bigger and better things for Asian rugby across the region. Thanks for watching and enjoy your rugby. 1, 2, 1, 2. What you looking at, fella? Whoever does the most press-ups will be in our competition. And how did you get into a taxi? What are you bench pressing these days?
Probably about 100.
And we're with Korean rugby star. What's your name? Come on, Trevor, you can do it. Getting closer. What are you bench pressing these days?
Mate, nowhere near as what I used to.
1, 2. Did you take the train today? Yeah! Did you see that? Congratulations. You have won this bottle of water. 3, 4. How do you feel like getting kicked out of the Beijing Olympics? 5, 6. Trevor, you got beaten by a girl. How do you feel?